We have some huge Jakob Breum to Celtic transfer news to discuss in today's video. Not only that we will, of course, go over all the latest Celtic news from last 24 hours, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic have learnt who stands between them and the lucrative Champions League group stage. Basel, Sturm Graz, Slovan Bratislava or Kairat, Paphos or Dynamo Kiev, and Karabag or Shkendija are the 5 possible opponents for Brendan Rodgers' men in the playoff round. The draw takes place on Monday, with the two-legged tie scheduled for the 19th or 20th of August and the 26th or 27th of August. Some of these teams will be familiar to Celtic fans. No matter who comes out of the hat, the stakes are sky high. The pressure on Celtic to reach the Champions League proper is immense, financially, reputationally, and to re-establish some credibility on the European stage. With less than a month to go, the squad remains worryingly light. Key attacking departures haven't been replaced, and the summer transfer window has so far been defined by dithering. Supporters watching on fear a repeat of previous disasters, and there have been plenty. Over the last 15 years, Celtic have repeatedly stumbled in Champions League qualifiers against so-called weaker opposition. Cluj, AEK Athens, Maribor and Malmo are just a few names that haunt the support. This isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition. Back in 2019, Neil Lennon's Celtic crashed out of the Champions League qualifiers after conceding 4 times to CFR Cluj of Romania in a frantic 7-goal game in Glasgow. In 2018, Celtic under Brendan Rodgers suffered a 3-2 aggregate loss to AEK Athens. In 2015, they exited the Champions League playoff stage to Swedish side Malmo by 4-3 on aggregate. Trailing 3-2 from the first leg, Malmo turned the tie in their favour on away goals. In 2014, Celtic lost 2-1 on aggregate to NK Maribor. The concern now is that history is ready to repeat itself. Brendan Rodgers has made it clear what he expects from the board this summer, but as things stand, the reinforcements are not arriving quickly enough and time is running out. With a thin squad, the boys are heading into this playoff undercooked. The financial and footballing gulf between the Champions League and the Europa League is massive. Missing out would not only damage Celtic's standing but also pile further scrutiny on a board that continues to play a dangerous game with European ambitions. Celtic cannot afford to limp into this tie. They need clarity, conviction, and new signings. Now. Now to bring you the main story. Celtic's pursuit of Jakob Breum looks to be coming to a halt, with the Hoops unwilling to meet go-ahead, Eagles firm, €6 million valuation for the Danish winger. The Scottish champions have submitted 3 separate bids for the 21-year-old, with the latest offer reportedly worth around £2.6 million. However, that figure remains well short of the Dutch side's asking price. It's understood a bid closer to £5 million may have done the trick, but Celtic have shown no signs of returning with an improved offer. Dutch outlet Soccer News reports that Go Ahead are standing firm, offering what's being described as a take-it-or-leave-it price for one of their key players. With Breum also due to earn his previous club Odense a 25% cut of the final fee, the Dutch club have little room to negotiate. Breum, who can operate as a winger or attacking midfielder, is seen as an important part of the go-ahead side preparing for European football following their KNVB Cup triumph. His departure would significantly weaken the squad ahead of their Conference League campaign. Celtic's need for wide reinforcements is no secret, but with no deal on the table for Breum and no movement on other targets, frustrations will only grow among supporters as the new season nears. Unless another club steps up to meet the €6 million demand or Celtic dramatically shift their stance, Breum looks set to remain in the Netherlands. In other news, Idah will not be leaving Celtic this summer despite surprise reports linking him with a move to Serie A outfit Udinese. The Italian club is said to be searching for a replacement for Lorenzo Luca, who recently joined Napoli, with some reports in Italy suggesting Idah had emerged as a target. However, journalist Mark Hendry has confirmed that neither Celtic nor the player have any intention of parting ways, with both parties focused on a big season ahead. The Republic of Ireland international enjoyed a productive first full campaign in Glasgow, scoring 20 goals, including 3 in the Champions League. His performances during his initial loan spell from Norwich last year convinced Celtic to shell out a reported £9 million to make the move permanent. Now settled and entering his prime years, Idah is being backed by Brendan Rodgers to take his game to another level this term. With a place at the World Cup on the line for Ireland next summer, the striker is also highly motivated to deliver at club level. Despite reinforcements arriving in the shape of Shin Yamada and Callum Osmond, Idah remains Celtic's main man up top. There are also question marks over Johnny Kenny's future, with a loan move still possible. Celtic are not entertaining offers for Idah. The club see the 24-year-old as a key figure in their plans for both domestic and European success this season. In other news, Celtic looks set to fall out of the race to sign Serbian teenager Andrej Buchanan, with Swiss side FC Basel now closing in on a deal for the promising midfielder. The 18-year-old, currently playing for FK Čukarički, has been attracting attention from across Europe after breaking into Serbia's under-19 setup and showing early signs of top-level potential. Celtic, Rangers, Ajax and Udinese were all credited with interest in the youngster, who has impressed scouts with his technical ability and reading of the game. Čukarički were initially holding out for a €3 million transfer fee, but reports suggest they were willing to compromise for €2.5 million, or roughly £2.17 million. However, it appears Celtic are set to miss out, with transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirming that FC Basel have agreed terms for Buchanan's signature. Romano posted this on social media. FC Basel have agreed deal to sign Andrej Buchanan on €2.3 million fee plus €700,000 add-ons from Čukarički. Celtic's interest had reached the stage of contact being made, but with the Swiss outfit moving quickly and decisively, the Hoops now look unlikely to land the highly rated teenager. With the focus currently on finding senior attacking options, particularly out wide, it's not a surprise to see Celtic drop out of the race. Still, losing out to a club like Basel for a top prospect may only add to frustrations over the pace and decisiveness of this summer's transfer business. Lastly, new Celtic striker Callum Osmond has given fans a glimpse into what they can expect from him as he begins life in Glasgow after making the jump from Premier League to football. Signed on a development fee from Fulham earlier this summer, the 19-year-old arrives with a strong reputation following a standout campaign for the London club's under-21 side. While he's had limited minutes in pre-season so far, Osmond is hoping to make his mark in the months ahead. Speaking to Sky Sports on Wednesday, the forward was asked what he believes he brings to Brendan Rodgers' squad and replied, "I add speed, I add a bit of flair and just what the strikers here are usually doing and what they're good at. So, in previous years, there have been players similar that I'm looking up to really and want to follow in their footsteps," he said. Osmond is one of several new forwards added to the squad this summer, as Celtic continue to reshape their attacking options following the departure of Kyogo in January. Shin Yamada has also joined, with Adam Idah looking to step up. While Osmond is expected to be eased into first-team contention, the pathway is there, with Celtic competing on multiple fronts and depth an ongoing concern in the final third. Opportunities may come sooner rather than later for the pacey striker. Rodgers has stressed the importance of having dynamic options in attack, and Osmond will be aiming to show he can contribute when called upon, not just in the long term but potentially this season. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.